janati tava jananam kalo na janati tava samapanam drushto maya tava mahakaraha Yogeshwara Kala Kala Yogeshwara Kala Kala. Namaskaram, welcome to Mahashivratri 2025. எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். மகாசிவராத்திரி 2025 எப்படி தமிழ? எங்கே தெம்பே இல்லையா? என்ன இப்படி? And welcome to our beloved Home Minister and many other dignitaries who are here. Namaskaram to all of you. Well, in every government there are ministers and ministers, of course, but after independence, post-independence, there was one minister who was also a home minister. Without him, the nation wouldn't have gotten consolidated. You know who I'm talking about. So, what Sardar Patel did at that time to put the nation together was one of the most significant acts post-independence. Otherwise, we wouldn't be one country, for that matter. Though the misfortune of partition happened, still whatever could be mopped up and put together as one nation was done. But since then, many developments, political, secessionist, and various other kinds of things, even small constitutional disruptions, happened where the nation, though was one nation in paper, in many ways, there were parts of the country which were not really in control of the ruling dispensation. I have to say, our present Home Minister, present Home Minister, what's done is in some way a reflection of what Sardar Patel did at that time, once again stitching up the nation together. As all of you know, that slowly things were happening in the country, that every month there used to be a bomb blast. Next, where is the menu? Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, you name it. You have not heard of such things for last 10 years. Thanks to all the agencies, forces, and above all, the one who leads them, our beloved Home Minister, and the determined hand with which he has handled this, has done many things, and parts of the country which were almost not like our country where militancy ruled, today largely is in control, and he has made a promise by 2026 completely that problem will be over, and we're all with you, sir, to fulfill that promise. And above all, a complete reintegration of Kashmir as a part of India. Correcting, this is not to find fault with anybody, but historically, when we make some mistakes, knowingly, unknowingly, but we don't know what compulsions they had at that time, this is not a judgment on anybody, but certain mistakes that we have done historically, correcting them later on is a very, very complicated thing. And these Articles 370, abrogation of that, and bringing peace to the state, making it normal, almost normal, I would say. Today, lakhs of tourists are traveling to Kashmir. They're inviting me to come and play golf in Kashmir. I don't know when I'm going. Home Minister should tell me when it's right for me to go. And This is fantastic because we must understand, without maintaining the basic sovereignty and law and order in the country, all other aspirations of economic development, of education, of technology, of spirituality, everything will go waste if the fundamental law and order is not there and the basic geographical sovereignty of the nation is not properly established. This is a very thankless job because everybody thinks you're too hard. If you don't do it, they say you're no good. If you do it, it's too hard because there is no soft way to do this as far as I can see. So, it's a great mission that he has taken it up and doing it. Of course, all the forces, agencies, people, various state governments, everybody are participating in this, but still, one who leads the job always has to be acknowledged. So our immense gratitude to you, sir, for doing this, because without this, we are sitting at a threshold where our youth are wanting to surge ahead and make this into a nation that we can be proud of, which is beginning to happen in many different ways. In the Committee of Nations today, we have a significant place which we did not have 25, 30 years ago for various reasons, but bringing stability to the basic sovereignty of the nation, the geographical integrity of the nation, and law and order in the country are most vital, otherwise the picture that it gives is too bad. But this is Mahashivratri. Here, irrespective of who we are, no matter which country you belong to, what race, religion you are, this is a day of the human being. Somebody recently, a prominent journalist asked me, Sadhguru, if I am a Muslim or a Christian, can I come and enjoy Mahashivratri? I would like to come there. I said, Muslims cannot come, Christians cannot come, Hindus definitely cannot come, only human beings can come. Because this is in celebration of human nature. What Adiyogi stands for is this, that in search of well-being, you don't view philosophies. In search of well-being, you don't look up to heaven. In search of well-being, you don't do some crazy ritual. In search of well-being means you turn inward because human well-being is generated from within. The science of turning inward, which today largely in one single word it goes as yoga, this science, the basic spine of this knowledge that he created is the basis of almost everything that is happening on the planet in the name of spirituality. Nothing is outside of the 112 ways. It is to honor these 112 offerings that he made to us that we put up this 112 image of him. But we must understand, Adiyogi is here not to remind you of the past, but it is a promise for the future. Because for the first time, for the very first time in history of humanity, more human beings are beginning to think for themselves all over the world. Otherwise, the priests and the pandits and some messiahs and others thought for people. This is the first generation where maximum number of people are beginning to think for themselves. Only in this kind of situation does he become relevant. He is relevant because he is 100% logically correct and his approach is scientific. Never before generations of people were ready for him. It is now and the next generation and the next generation which is truly ready for his teaching or his transmission. So, Adiyogi will be coming up in many corners of the nation. We already have one in Bangalore. Our Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka is here. Namaskaram, Sivakumar. And various others are here, but in Bangalore it's already up and in many other places it'll come. This is not about simply establishing for the sake of anything. This is the most important thing is to offer human well-being, to offer human well-being as a technology, not as a teaching, to transmit well-being as a technological process. That is, human body is the most sophisticated mechanism. This body and mind are the most complex technologies on the planet. If you do not know how to handle this, there is no question of well-being. So, the whole approach is in this form, and every one of you, no matter what religion, race, creed, caste, whatever you are, if you are human and you have an erect spine, Mahashivaratri is relevant for you, Adi Yogi is relevant for you, the yogic sciences are absolutely relevant for you. It's fantastic to have all of you here. This is a full night Odyssey, you know that. Hello? Already slept off? What? Yeah, I want to see some life. What is this full night? Someone from United States, a prominent person, was asking me, Sadhguru, how is it possible? Full night, how will they be there? I said, this is the only event. 12 hours, full night, all sorts of people from various backgrounds, from many nationalities. Where there is a party where there is no alcohol, no drug, no intoxicants, but everybody is intoxicated with Shiva. This is the only party like this on the planet. So I want to see more life, not like this. What? Hello? Our Home Minister is a very lively person, you can't put him down. I want to show you, I want you to show more life, what you are made of. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome Amit Bhai, our beloved Home Minister. Here I offer a Adi Yogi shawl so that he becomes part of this mission of Maha Yoga Yagna. And I request Amit Bhai to say a few words, please.